Joining me tonight, Florida attorney and Trump supporter David Wohl, along with Ben Shapiro, the editor-in-chief of DailyWire.com. Ben was also the news editor at large at Breitbart.com, the website for which Michelle Fields worked when this happened. He resigned along with Michelle Fields because of how the website handled Michelle's case, refusing to stand by her. Thank you both for being here. Ben, your reaction today to now charges being filed against Mr. Lewandowski?
I mean, look, lying liars lie, and this is the Trump campaign, where lies are told, and then lies are told to cover up the lies, and then finally new lies are told in order to cover up the lies that were told about the lies. Corey Lewandowski grabbed Michelle, he yanked Michelle, he bruised Michelle. That was obvious from the tape. Michelle told that story, Ben Terrace told that story, Corey Lewandowski lied about that story, Trump lied about that story, and now they're telling a whole new set of lies. Their story has evolved from Corey Lewandowski never touched Michelle Fields to, well, she sort of had it coming. That's the new take. She sort of had it coming because she clearly was in a position to hurt Donald Trump. So Corey Lewandowski ought to have a Medal of Honor for jumping in and defending his boss, by the way, who is surrounded there by Secret Service, who do nothing because Michelle Fields is obviously no threat to Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a smoking garbage heap of human debris, and so is Corey Lewandowski, in my opinion.
David, so Ben is not a Trump fan. But let's just start with it. But on the legal evidence, you're a lawyer, as am I.
Yeah.
What happened to the incident never happened. It never happened.
Well, Megyn,
and Lewandowski's claims that he never touched her.
Yeah, because it didn't happen, Megyn. What she describes happening never happened.
David.
I mean, I have the affidavit of arrest right here, Megyn.
Did Lewandowski touch her or didn't
very
he?
Clear. What it says, what she told officers, and this is the important part. She said after she asked Mr. Trump a question, she felt someone yank her arm.
That's
she
what Ben
added that
Terrace
she
said as
fell
well.
back. She fell back, but caught herself from falling. You can see very clearly in the surveillance video that never happened. What happened was she snuck past Secret Service, and there's apparently a Secret Service agent who told the Daily Mail that he told her to stop twice, and she went past him anyway. She snuck past. She then grabbed Mr. Trump on the arm, asked him a question. Corey saw that, and coming to the defense of his boss, went up to her, grabbed her arm,
so let's say that
moved her aside so they could exit the
There's
venue.
a lot to unpack in there.
That's all that happened.
There's a lot to unpack in there. First of all, let's just start with the notion that Secret Service somehow perceived Ms. Fields as a threat, or told her twice not to. What happened to Mr. Trump's assertions repeatedly that the Secret Service said nothing happened, that he talked to the Secret Service, you heard him on camera, they said nothing happened, the Secret Service told him. So if something happened, how did it get changed? And how did the initial statement by Corey Lewandowski that I never touched her transform into your defense, which is I saw her, and in defense of Mr. Trump, I touched her?
Yeah. Well, because that's what Corey did. The Secret Service agent, I'm sure, said nothing happened because what he witnessed was Corey going up to Michelle, grabbing her in the arm, moving her to the side so they could exit the venue.
Mr. Trump said the Secret Service said this didn't happen. Let me finish. Mr. Trump said Secret Service said nothing happened, and then Mr. Trump said right after, I think she made it up.
I think she obviously made up what she said, Megyn, because she wasn't jolted aside. She wasn't almost knocked to her butt. She didn't have to stop herself from falling. That never happened. It was a total embellishment of the facts. And if a jury sees this, Megyn, what she reported versus the surveillance video of what actually happened, this case is going nowhere.
Just to clear up the record, Ben, I want to give you the floor, but this is what because Mr. Trump today repeatedly said, go back and listen to what she said when it actually happened, which we played for the audience right there, which she said, I almost fell, but I maintained my balance. But let's go back to the contemporaneous audio tape that caught the altercation. Listen.
You should have felt how hard he grabbed me. That was really awful. That's so unprofessional.
What threat were you?
So in the moment, Ben, she wasn't. Donald Trump says now, once she learned how rich I was, she changed her story. That was what she said in the moment. That's the incident being caught on tape. That's seconds after.
Yeah, I'm sure that Michelle Fields was deeply unaware of how rich Trump is, because clearly Trump is the most humble of men and has never mentioned his wealth at any point in his long and illustrious career of bloviating about his inflated sense of wealth. It's just the whole thing is ridiculous. How many times do you have to change your story before you just come out and apologize for your campaign manager bruising a woman and then lying about it repeatedly? And now apparently Trump's at a rally right now where he's imitating Michelle Fields and reading her affidavit in dramatic voice, because this is what Trump does. Again, Trump has no capacity to do two things things that are actually required of any decent human
you know
being.
what, Megyn?
Apologize
Wait,
when
let's
you're
finish.
wrong and
Let's
de-escalate
finish.
when you're wrong.
When it comes to the bruising, she tweeted the bruising out, a photo of her alleged bruises caused by Corey 18 hours after the incident. When she tried to prosecute Corey in the court of social media and failed, that's when she made a police report and lied about what happened, because the video surveillance shows what happened, and it was nothing even resembling what she said.
So she lied to the police. So she's obstructing justice now, is what you're accusing Michelle Fields of. So
that might be filing a false police report. I mean, that might be the crime that was committed.
The police
Michelle
are the
Fields-
ones who released that videotape, David. The police are the ones who released the videotape.
Right.
We can see him touch her on the tape, David. We can
Right,
see.
we can
Are you
see
now
that,
telling
Megyn.
us not to believe our own lying eyes?
No. What I'm saying is, I'm telling you not to believe her embellishment. What you see is her moving. Megyn, that
But
happens
all along,
probably
the Trump
dozens of
camp
times.
has said it didn't
dozens
happen.
of times.
He didn't touch her,
It happens-
David, if
He
he
touched
didn't
her.
touch her,
I'll agree
then
with you,
why-
he touched her.
Then why did he say
I
he
agree.
didn't? Why did he say
So,
he didn't?
David,
What he said
David?
was what he was reacting to Michelle Fields' account of what happened, and he said he didn't do that, which
No,
was
he
true.
didn't. That's not
That's
true,
not
David.
what he said.
David, that's
what he
not
said.
true.
He
I just
said-
showed the tweet to
You know, I
millions
don't
of
think-
people. What
Megyn,
Corey Lewandowski said was, I never touched you. In fact, I've never even met you.
Because based on what Michelle Fields described, I'm sure he thought, wait a second, that never happened. Who is this person saying that I grabbed her and almost threw her to the ground? He probably didn't link it to this incident.
Okay.
But
Let
Megyn,
me ask
obviously.
you a question, Ben. Let me ask you, because what happens when the presidential candidate himself weighs in is there's a lot of backlash. And, you know, we've talked a lot during the Obama administration about how he should be very careful about weighing in on cases like Trayvon Martin and Ferguson, because they hold a lot of power when they have those big microphones. And there can be significant backlash against the target. Michelle Fields is 28 years old. She's now unemployed, or she no longer has employment with Breitbart, at least. And I don't know that she's got somebody protecting her, as Mr. Trump comments forcefully about her. You know her. What's she going through tonight?
I think Michelle's having a tough time. I was texting with her just before this, and I've been encouraging Michelle to come on TV and tell her part of the story, since she's obviously being lied about by Mr. Trump and presumably by the rest of the Trump campaign all day today. One of the reasons she didn't want to do this, as she's expressed to me repeatedly today, is, again, as she's been saying consistently for 3 weeks, she didn't want to be the center of this story in the first place. All she wanted was an apology. She's sick of being labeled an attention seeker by people like David just because she told the truth about Corey Lewandowski grabbing her, and then Corey Lewandowski
First of all,
lied.
I haven't said that, Ben. That's a lie right there. I haven't said that. What I've said is that she
people like you.
clearly lied to
Lewandowski
police
said
about
it.
what happened. We see the
David didn't
video.
say it,
We
but
see
the
her
campaign
account.
manager did.
They're totally
That's right.
inconsistent. Totally.
All right, guys.
Totally inconsistent? Totally inconsistent,
Yeah.
really. So let me
Totally
ask you this. Was it,
inconsistent. What she
so,
told
so no,
cops
no,
and
so
what
no
happened
I
battery
gotta go.
occurred.
I
Aren't
gotta
even
go.
in
But
the
don't
same
talk over each other,
universe.
because that's annoying.
Unbelievable.
But Ben, I'll give you a quick chance to respond. Go ahead.
All I can say is that essentially the Trump campaign is saying we can tell you any lie that you want to hear so long as you believe us rather than tape. We'll provide tape, we'll provide audio, we'll provide contemporaneous witness account. None of it matters because Donald Trump says something, and what the great Donald says must go.
Thank you both for being here.
Thank you, Megyn.